I don't usually do live streams at this time. The lighting might not be the best. To be fair, it's not actually that bad. One sec. I'll just reshuffle the lighting so it's a little bit more on me. Have I got a drink? Yeah, I've got a drink. Yo, so we're gonna do like a Casanovian live stream, which is like after hours. I've prepared myself a drink of, it's Bailey's actually. So we've got a drink of Bailey's. But yeah, it was Mother's Day yesterday, so my mum came through actually to Leeds to see me today, which was actually lovely. So essentially, I took my mum out to like a restaurant, and then I treated her to like loads of different things, and it was just a nice day, man. Do you know what I'm saying? It was a nice day. Hi, Christian. Hi. How are you, man? I'm excited for you to be here. We're going to be talking about how to create sexual tension with a girl you just met. My face is well red. I can guarantee you that my face is not actually like a fucking magma pot. I think it's just a lighting. Actually, no, to be fair, I did manage to capture like a nice bit of sun this weekend. I was like gallivanting across the country, doing different things, soaking up the sunshine, which is actually really cool. Quite a practical thing. Exactly what I wanted to hear you talk about, my fucking guy. We're gonna be getting into this. How to make your conversations go from social to seductive, all right? Because there's a lot of things that guys struggle with, right? Like, you probably feel this yourself. When you're speaking to a girl, you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, like, my conversations feel too friendly rather than flirty, too social rather than seductive. So, I've got you covered, bro. I'm going to be talking for as long as I need to talk for. Also, apologies about the last live stream, because my phone is very unreliable, and it literally just cut off, and everything that I was talking about got deleted, which is very sad. But hopefully my phone plays ball today. So yeah, man, I was out with my mum today, treat her, took her around Leeds, like wined and dined her. Because listen, man, like just another like practical thing. Like if your parents are like still alive and stuff, then how not to run out of things to say. I'll get you covered, bro. Just let me finish off this little narrative and I'll get you covered. Yeah, like if your parents are still alive, then like literally like go out and take them out and treat them and celebrate them and make them feel important, because you know those people have brought you into the world. Even if you've got like a sketchy relationship with your parents, like I didn't have the best relationship with my parents growing up, but like now we've got to a level where like it's cool. So like to be able to invite my mum to the city that I live and take her around the place and stuff, and just like give something back. Can you help on follow-up questions too? I feel like I'm battling in this section. Yeah, absolutely, man. I'll get you covered. This live stream is about helping people, giving away as much value as possible for free, absolutely, for you, to help you in your life. I've actually filmed a video today as well, which will help you with like running out of things to say, follow-up questions, texting girls, like all of this will be free to you. So go prepare yourself a drink, whatever you want to drink. It's the Christian Casanova after hours, after party. Everyone's invited. If you're a cool guy, you're invited. So yeah, we're going to be talking about how to create sexual tension with a girl you just met. For practical purposes, the Casanova himself. Hi Christian, my guy Rodrigo. You're in Buenos Aires, aren't you? Buenos Aires, is that right? I might be completely wrong about that, but I think you're in Buenos Aires. Muchas gracias for tuning in. My guy Rodrigo. What do you think about the latest addition to the Casanovian crepe collection?
Meow.
You like them? They're sick, right? They're actually fucking sick. Like, how sick are those? I mean, come on. What are we saying about these? Would you smash or would you pass? For me, that's an instant smash. Look at the attention to detail. Look at the little fucking flower thing with a Nike swoosh. Come on. You'll see these in the videos. Because essentially what happened, fellas, is my leopard print trainers, which have been in every single video, like, well, not every single video, but like, the majority of my videos, the Nike Air Max 90s, right, the leopard prints have been in my videos. Unfortunately, they got destroyed when I was in Barcelona. I was so sad, right? I was in Barcelona, torrential fucking downpour, right, I know, in Barcelona, and then the trainers got destroyed, and I was like, for fuck's sake, man, like, my trainers have been destroyed, they had a hole in them. I was like, I need to replace these obnoxious footwear with better. So, essentially, I paid an obscene amount to secure these, and they are absolutely beautiful. There's like a bidding war going on. There's like these like fucking peasants who are like bidding for these trainers. Like, fuck you, I was gonna pay for them outright. So I paid for them for some obnoxious amount. Anyway, I've got them now, I've secured them. And now everywhere that I go, people are like, oh my God, your trainers are sick. So listen, fellas, if you want a bulletproof way where girls approach you during the daytime, get a pair of obnoxious, provocative trainers. So I describe these as being skent. Skent, S-K-E-N-T. It's a word that I created. Skent means flamboyantly cool, where people, or girls specifically, will approach you because you're a cool guy. So if you're skent, it means that girls will start approaching you. So get skent. Get provocative trainers. Provocateering is what I call it. It's like peacocking, but better. So yeah, start getting skent. Start spending money on flamboyant clothes, and then girls will start approaching you during the day. Like I was at a restaurant with my mum today, and this like waitress who was very attractive literally just came over to me and was like, "Oh my god, your trainers are so cool. Like, where'd you get them from?" And then just from that, we're starting a conversation, and it's like happy fucking days. If you're wearing these in like a bar, a nightclub, like girls are gonna start approaching you. So yeah, I'm gonna be talking about how to create sexual tension with a girl you just met. All coaching. If you want to work with me this year, then get involved sooner rather than later. My coaching availability is getting fucking flooded, which I'm very happy about. Like, let's be fucking real. Of course I'm fucking happy about it. It means I get to invite new cool guys into my life, but it does mean that I can't work with everyone who wants to work with me. So if you do want to work with me this year, then just get in contact with me. You can see the schedule on my website. Had a consultation call with a guy about 30 minutes ago who's interested in booking me for my final weekend in May. If he decides to go through with that, then I've got no availability in May. My next available weekend is the Jubilee weekend, which is the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th of June. So spaces are getting filled up very quick. Like, I'm not playing with you guys when I say I've got limited availability. Like, I really do have limited availability. I don't take on more guys than I can handle, because I want every guy who I work with to be delighted beyond belief. So if you want a coaching package like no other, where the boot camp is just a start, we work with each other for the rest of your fucking life until you get to where you want to be. Like, if you would not do backflips off the Taj Mahal after working with me, then what's going on? Like, every guy who I work with is delighted beyond belief. That's the sort of the level that and he's good. Nice one, man. All right, so my guy has just got in contact with me. He's gonna book May, right? I've just got that message through right now, legit on screen. So May is booked up, fellas. May is now gone. May is booked up. So if you want to work with me this year, my next availability is June. That's right, June. Christian Casanova gets booked the fuck up, alright? So I'm balancing my day game coaching with my magic gigs and all my other live shit. So all of May has just gone on this live stream. It's gone. It's dead. If you wanted to work with me in May, it's gone. You can't. All my weekends are booked up. So if you want to work with me this year, you need to get involved sooner rather than later, because my availability is diminishing quicker than the fucking dodo was getting extinct. But yeah, anyway, let's get on to the fucking topic. How to create sexual tension with a girl who you just met. Alright, I've got a lot to say about this topic. A lot of guys struggle with this. Take the fucking glasses off. How do you create sexual tension? How do you actually create sexual tension with a girl who you just met? Alright, so let's start from the beginning. Alright, so you're going around your city, all right? You're going around your city and you see a girl, okay? You're thinking in your mind, you want it all to go really well. You want this conversation to go well. You want her to see you as a sexual object rather than a social object. You don't want to be putting yourself in the friend zone. You want your conversation to be flirty rather than friendly. How the fuck do you actually go about creating sexual tension so the girl is like, oh my god, I really want to go to bed with this guy? How do you do that? Come on, bro, like, no bullshit. Like, how do you actually get this girl so she's like, rah, I really want to go to bed with this guy? Not like, oh, I really want to date this guy. No, we're talking about how do you get this girl so she's like, I really want to go to bed with this guy, okay? So, first of all, I get it, all right? When I first started out in my day game journey, a lot of my conversations were social rather than sexual, all right? So I was very good when it came to having the platonic conversations, but I was not very good at actually transitioning over to the sexual side of things. So how do I actually make the girl aroused, not just attracted, all right? Because there's like, how can you become appealing? How can you become attractive? How can you become arousing, all right? Fuck these other two. We want to become arousing. How do you become arousing to women, all right? How do you actually become an object of desire? How do you become that arousing figure who just goes up to a woman and just says one thing and she's instantly into you, all right? It seems simple, but there's actually quite a lot of things that go into it, okay? But let's break it down in no bullshit detail. First of all, the key thing is to slow the fuck down, all right? I talk about this in a lot of my videos, but you have to get centered. You have to find your center of gravity and start speaking slower. A lot of the seduction will happen before any words have been said, okay? The first 7 seconds, yes, the first 7 seconds of your daytime cold approach are the most important, right? Say that to yourself so you remember it. The first 7 seconds of your daytime cold approach are the most important. In those first 7 seconds, the girl makes a decision about you. People in general make a decision about you in the first 7 seconds. Maybe less than that, maybe 3 seconds, maybe 1 second. But 7 seconds is enough to make multiple opinions and then solidify an opinion. So the first 7 seconds of your daytime cold approach are the most important. I really want you, if you take nothing away from this video, take away this. The first 7 seconds of your daytime cold approach are the most important. The reason being is when you approach a woman, you have something called establishment, okay? A lot of guys don't understand this. When you see a woman, there's a moment in your mind where you can hesitate or you can act. The longer it takes for you to go into that conversation, the less of a good conversation you will have, okay? So yes, first impressions count, and you don't get a second chance to make a first impression, as our parents always told us, okay? So when you go into that conversation, you have to go in immediately, okay? The principle of immediacy is to act on impulse, okay? What this means, in very practical sense, you see a girl, you go over to that girl. If you've not approached her in the first 7 seconds, don't approach her, forget about it, and move on to the next one. Because if you do, your conversation will come across as too weak, too platonic, too like, oh, I wasn't quite sure about this, but I've come over anyway, so I don't feel guilty about it. No, if you've not approached a girl in the first 7 seconds, forget about it and move on. Those first 7 seconds are everything, okay? And those first 7 seconds are before even the first word has been spoken. It's those first 7 seconds that exist in your mind, and then you're going to go over to do it. Watch all of my uncut videos. Watch my latest uncut videos, like approaching girls in Shoreditch, how to actually approach girls in public places. That'll give you an idea of the level of immediacy that I'm at, okay? The level of immediacy where I see a girl, I go up to a girl. I'm not hesitating about it. The first 7 seconds are everything. See a girl, go up to a girl, boom! Establish that level. Establish that level of immediacy. This will really help to create that sexual tension, that you're not a guy who messes about. You're a guy who goes after what he wants. And this is very arousing. This is not attractive. This is not appealing. This is arousing. This is arousing to women. A guy who goes after what he wants. He doesn't like weigh up the options and he's like, yeah, but what if this happens? No, fuck all that bullshit, man. Go over and speak to that fucking woman. If you've not spoken to her in 7 seconds, forget about it. Don't be the guy who's walking around for hours like the ancient mariner, like fucking life in death or death in life, just thinking, oh, shouldn't I? Fuck that shit, man. If I'm coaching you, if we're working together one-on-one, if we're parading around the pavements in Shoreditch, in Manchester, in Scotland, then we're going to be approaching women quickly. And if you've not approached in the first 7 seconds, forget about it. We'll move on. Don't judge yourself. Don't feel guilty about it. Don't be like, oh, I should have approached that girl. It needs to be that level of mental mastery where you're in control of your mind rather than a slave to your thought. You've not approached a girl in the first 7 seconds, forget about it. Move on. There's plenty more girls to speak to. Forget about it. It's fine. But if you want to create that magnetic sexual tension, it's about, first of all, acting on immediacy. So you see a girl, you go over and speak to her in the first 7 seconds, and when you do go over to her, take a breath. It's all right. Speak slowly. Deliver. Allow that vibrational tonality. You're almost speaking in your cum voice, all right? Imagine when you ejaculate, all right? Let's be fucking real about it. You've just ejaculated, or you're about to ejaculate. Imagine how your voice is. You're just like so immersed in the moment that just letting yourself go. You're letting yourself be. You're being your true masculine form. That's how I want you to interact with women who you're attracted to. Allow them to feel your raw, magnetic, masculine energy running through your veins. Don't be all like fucking beta and like fucking like weak about it. Like, oh, I saw you, you look nice. Fuck that shit, man. Be like, own your desire for women. Women want to feel your masculine thrust. So give them that fucking thrust. Like you're saying, like you fucking chicken run. Like thrust, right? So from the beginning, you see a girl. The first 7 seconds, you go over, you speak to her, you say, excuse me, hi. I know this is out of the blue, but I just saw you and I think you are fucking sexy. I think you are so attractive. I think you look absolutely great. A lot of guys are like, oh my God, you can't say that. You're like giving your power away. You can't be like opening with an obnoxious, flamboyant compliment because you're giving your power away. Shut the fuck up, man. You're declaring your desire in a non-needy way. Excuse me, hi, I just saw you. I had to tell you, you look fucking fantastic, and I had to take my opportunity to come over and tell you, boom! First of all, you've got that sexuality there. You're not approaching her in a pacificating, platonic way. You're approaching her man to woman. Excuse me, I just saw you, and you look fucking fantastic. And I had to take my opportunity because it would have killed me if I didn't come over and speak to you. Do you see how I'm doing this, right? So imagine you're the woman, all right? Real in person. Imagine you're the woman right now, right? Can I see you? Okay, so I see you, and you're walking down the street. Let's say you're in fucking Christchurch, right? You're in Christchurch, right? You're in Christchurch. Don't know why you're there. I'm in Christchurch. You're in Christchurch. I see you. You're a woman. You look beautiful. So I see you. And I say, excuse me. Hi. No, excuse me. Hi. Yeah. Listen. I know that this is really out of the blue, and it's a little bit unorthodox, but I'm an unorthodox type of person. I just saw you strutting down the street in your leather pants, and I had to come and tell you that you look fucking fantastic. I know, literally kill me right now because I know people should not be doing this, but you know what? I might be dead tomorrow, so I'm going to take my opportunity to say hello to an attractive woman. Do you see the energy behind that? Do you see that? That is someone who has attained a level of seductive mastery, who can now impart this knowledge into you. And it's very difficult to translate this into your own conversation. I appreciate that. That's why people work with me. That's why people get coaching from me. That's why I'm an expert in my field, because I can do this on the fly, because I can do this spontaneously, and it come across as, wow, this guy knows what he's doing. Of course I do. But you can do this yourself, all right? Like, I used to be a very socially introverted guy. Like, girls would never see me as a sexual object. Like, I would be like going through like fucking school in my teenage years. I'd be like ridden with like fucking spots. I'd be like ugly as fuck. I literally had a fucking shaved head. It was like a fucking tennis ball. But like, I reinvented myself, okay? It doesn't happen by luck, it happens by design. If you're a guy watching this live stream right now and you don't think that you've got any chance with women, if you don't think you can get the hottest girls, first of all, stop being a fucking wanker. Yes, you fucking can, but it takes effort. You actually have to reinvent yourself. And a lot of people, that effort is like, oh, I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to do it. If you want to reinvent yourself, you can do it. You can actually live the life that you want to live. It's all within your control, but it actually takes time and effort to do it. Go to the gym, start your own fucking business, start living life on your terms, start saying no to things, start actually living like a Renaissance warrior who reinvents himself in your own image. It's all about the mindset. Man up and reinvent. 100%. I spoke about it so many times. People talk about red pill, black pill, whatever the fuck pill you want to swallow. Spit, don't swallow, okay? The whole thing, is it looks, is it money, is it status? It's none of those things. It's about your fucking mindset. Yes, money's great. Yeah, looks are great. Yes, status is great. But guess what? You can acquire all of these things. You can acquire a great mindset as well. But your mindset, really, for me, takes the most effort, because it's the way that you feel about yourself. So if your mindset is on point, look at someone like Conor McGregor. The mindset is on point. If you take away Conor McGregor's looks, money, status, he's still Conor McGregor, and he could still make a fucking killing for himself by being Conor McGregor. But a lot of guys think that it's all about accumulating more. No, it's about being more as a person in general. That will set you free. Your mindset will set you free. The way you feel about yourself is the way you project yourself, and girls will get aroused by the way that you feel about yourself. It's narcissistic. If you fucking adore yourself, the world will adore you as well. Like, people back people who back themselves, right? So if you don't back yourself, you're going to struggle in life. But if you actually feel like, you know what, no matter what, I can handle it. No matter what, I can actually live my life on my terms. No matter what, I will be able to do all the things that I want to do. If you back yourself, trust me, man, the world is yours. It honestly is. Like, really fucking is. Okay, so how to create sexual tension with a girl? Let's get back onto the topic. How to create sexual tension with a girl. Okay, so we've already established the principle of immediacy. The first 7 seconds are key. You see a girl, you're going to go over to her in the first 7 seconds. You're going to own your desire in a non-needy way. You're not going to be fucking asking for directions. Excuse me, do you know where Starbucks is? Do you know where McDonald's is? Yes. We can get involved in these esoteric game debates. Guys will be commenting on this video being like, yeah, but I've got great results. Do as a trick. Good one, pay me. Guys will be like, yeah, but I've got great results from indirect. Oh, I've got great results from direct. No one gives a fuck what you've got great results by. It's fine. You can get great results of anything. You can get great results from just fucking breathing. It's fine. But it's not about whether you're going direct, indirect, situational, viva pinata. It's not about any of those things. It's all about the energy that you project. It's all about how you feel about yourself within. And guys will be like, oh, it's so woo-woo, it's so abstract. No, it's fucking not. No, it's not woo-woo, it's not abstract. It's just fucking real life. The way that you feel about yourself projects onto the world. So if you feel fucking great about yourself, it doesn't matter if you ask for directions, it doesn't matter if you go fucking direct, it doesn't matter if you're like, oh my god, that sandwich looks amazing, you're making me hungry. It doesn't matter what you say, it's how you fucking say it. So, to create sexual tension, first of all, go over, act on immediacy, act on impulse, leave the girl better than you found her by the end of it. But it's about owning your desire in a non-needy way. That's how I want you to start your conversation. So, owning that in the first 7 seconds, and then to really create that sexual tension. It's not about what you're saying. It's not even about how you're saying it. It's the undertone of what's being said. So, for example, if I'm on a date with a girl, okay? Let's just go to this period. If I'm on a date with a girl, one of the best questions that you can ask a girl on a date, in my opinion, is, what time's your bedtime? Alright? And this might sound fucking stupid to you, but it's the question that I ask every fucking girl, and every fucking girl I've been to bed with, I've asked her this fucking question. What time's your bedtime? And they'll usually say, I don't have a bedtime. And then you'll be like, yeah, I don't have a bedtime either. So who do you live with? And then she'll be like, oh, I live with my grandma, I live with my housemate. If you say to her, so what time's your bedtime? Looking at her, undressing her with your eyes, remember, getting your delivery on point, but just really understanding it. It's about the energy that you're giving off. So what time's your bedtime? No, you don't have a bedtime. Okay, you must be quite a rebel. Yeah. So do you always stray from the rules, or is it just with me? And these little the eye contact as she's speaking to you, just look at her. Do you notice the shift in energy here? She's speaking to you. Take a breath. This is why, again, practical meditation is fantastic. Just start to get more centered with yourself. Feel how your reality actually starts to change when you start just being in touch with your breath. Breathing through your nose, not through your mouth. Everyone's mouth breathing. No, fuck that shit, man. One of the best exercises for nose breathing is running on a treadmill at the gym and trying to breathe through your nose, or when you're sprinting, when you're doing high intensity interval training. Breathe through your nose. And when you're on a date with a girl, or when you're having a conversation with a girl during your daytime cold approach conversations, and you're like, oh, what do you get up to in London, in Sarajevo, in Havana? What do you do what do you do? And she's like, oh, well, when I'm in this city, and as she's talking to you, breathe. Wait for her to speak. Shut the fuck up. Say less. Remember, seduction happens in the stillness. A lot of guys, me, like myself included, when I first got into this, because I was a magician for the past 10 years, my job was to entertain and not seduce. Yeah, you can argue magic is seduction as well, but it wasn't anywhere like what I'm doing now. So I had to train myself to go from social to seductive. And a lot of guys who I work with, they can be quite good when it comes to conversation, because you've been having conversations for your entire life, but you've not been seducing for your entire life. This is why guys choose to work with me, because I'm a guy who's gone from social to seductive. Not even just from social to seductive, from absolute ground fucking zero, from having no social skills, from breaking out in sweating fits when his family would come over to visit or when the teacher would put him on the spot, from absolute social misfit to social master to seductive, yeah, he's alright, to seductive fucking master, alright? I get this. I live and breathe this stuff. This is why when guys work with me, their lives are changed. It's not about just doing a fucking 3-day boot camp and me being like, alright, au revoir. No, when you work with me, you're in my life forever, and I will go above and beyond to get you to where you want to be. Why? Because it makes me feel good to know I've helped you change your fucking life. I'm a complete narcissist. I'm a complete ego fucking maniac at heart. I want to know that what I've done has changed your life. Like, there's not a better feeling for me than a guy saying to me, Christian, you've changed my life. Do you understand how that works? That's a mutualistic relationship where I've changed your life, and in return, I get to feel great about myself. So, yeah, that's nice, okay? So, creating sexual tension with the girl is easier than you think. First of all, act on immediacy, then slow the fuck down, get grounded, okay? Take a breath, meditate, literally just 10 minutes a fucking day. Guys are like, oh, it's easy for you don't work a corporate job. Like, I can't meditate for 10 minutes a day. Yes, you fucking can if you actually take the time to do things, okay? Someone just commented, sweet Jesus, you moved my bed, and great and useful content as usual. Well, listen, man, I've just filmed a testimonial for you, actually. This is Dan, by the way, the guy who does all my filming. Give a shout out to Dan. This guy's fucking great. I've filmed your testimonial using my black dildo tripod. I put your testimonials together because, listen, guys, shout out to Dan. He's been filming for me since December 2020, and he has been the absolute reason why my channel has grown to the level it's grown for. So anyway, I put a testimonial together for him today, and I was like, this is going to be the best testimonial that I can give you. So anyway, I put a testimonial together for you. Hope you like it. If you want me to redo it, let me know. But no, big shout out to Dan, because every single video that you people watch, Dan has filmed that. He stood like a foreign tourist and filmed that fucking stuff for him. So you better like this video, and you better like all the videos that we put out together. We're filming together again this weekend to get more content for you for fucking free. So if you're watching this live stream, whether it's live or it's on repeat, like this video and like all of the videos that we put out together, because the videos we put out, in my opinion, are the best day game, quote unquote, videos that are available to you right now. And we're not charging any money for them. We should be, because they're fucking great. But if you're watching the videos and you're getting value from them, then first of all, thank Dan, because he's the guy who's fucking filming this stuff. All I do is go over and speak to people. He's filming this stuff. He's making sure he's getting the best angles, the best audio, to make sure that you're getting as much value as possible, so you can go on your day-to-day life and be like, yeah, I watched a Christian Casanova video and it really helped my life. Well, guess what? Dan filmed that shit for you, so you better be liking the video. You better be appreciating Dan. Even if you're in Timbuk fucking 2, you better be sending nice messages in your mind to Dan, because he puts all this stuff together. So I edit the videos, but he films videos. So the editing side of things is fine, but like the filming side of things, beautiful. So if you're watching this video, give it a fucking like all the videos that we put out together, because honestly, me and Dan are an absolute fucking team. He went from being my videographer to my friend, and I would go above and beyond to help him, because he's helped me in a lot of different ways. So anyway, I put a testimonial together, man. I don't know if you're still watching, but also, do you like fucking trainers? Because I'll be wearing these on Sunday. But yeah, honestly, like, just big shouts out to Dan, because I remember when we first met in London, it was like me, like, filming, like, you know, try to like get to grips with everything, being like, oh cool, I'm gonna start making like proper day game videos with a guy who's been in this industry for longer than I've had hot fucking dinners. And he took me under his wing, and he helped me a lot. So yeah, big love to you. And another future is bright for you as well. So I'm excited to see where you go. I know you're gonna go and do your own thing and do different things, so it's all cool. Yes, you will see me at the weekend, and no, you're more than welcome, because I now consider you as a friend, and there's not many people in my life that I consider as a proper friend. You've slept on my fucking sofa, so you're a fucking friend, all right? If someone sleeps on my sofa, you're a certified Casanovian. You're a certified fucking friend. So listen, anyway, we'll get back to the fucking live stream before people start clocking off and being like, oh my god, this is a fucking bro, man. Shut the fuck up, man. But yeah, no, I'm excited to film together this weekend. It's gonna be cool, man. It's gonna be cool because yeah, you've been with me through the fucking ebbs and flows, the high and lows, like the I'm not quite sure, like whatever. It's cool, but no, thank you. Honestly, thank you. I'll get that testimonial over to you ASAP. Anyway, we've got people here. So how do you actually create sexual tension with a girl you just met? Oh, you keep saying this shit, but you're not giving any value. Anyway, right, so go over, act on immediacy, make sure you're grounded, make sure your delivery is slow. And then honestly, creating sexual tension is a lot easier than you think. You actually just have to override your mind's desire to fill in the blanks. Because like, a lot of guys who I work with are actually very socially awkward people. And they feel a bit strange if there's a lot of silences. However, what you need to understand is the silence is actually very seductive. It's in the silence where the seduction actually happens. If you watch a lot of my infield videos, you'll see that I'm not really saying too much. It's more what's sub-communicated. It's more what's not being said. It's more in the non-verbal side of things. So body language, vocal tonality, how you're fucking dressed. Are you dressed as a guy who's a sexual option? Do you look like a king? Or do you look like a fucking pauper? Do you look like a fucking peasant who just like goes to McDonald's for his fucking coffee in the morning? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with... No, I am saying there's something wrong with McDonald's. This is... If you really want to be seen as a sexual option, it's about auditing your life in as many ways as possible. Where do you go for your coffee in the morning? How are you dressed? What clothes are you buying? What do you fucking consume? Like, are you watching the news constantly? Are you getting bombarded by bullshit? Or are you actually a cool fucking guy who lives on his own terms, is the Renaissance warrior, and lives life because they want... Hi, can I ask a question here? Of course you fucking can, man. Of course you can ask a question. Ask me a question. Ask me a question. I like your username as well. Gregory Buttocks. What a fucking name that is. But yeah, how do you actually create sexual tension? It's all about in the non-verbal side of things, okay? So when a girl is talking to you, whether it's on a date or whether it's in your initial cold approach conversation, say less and really make that fucking eye contact. Like a big part of my seduction is in the eye contact. Is in the way that I'm looking at the girl. A lot of guys will be like, oh, there's no real like direction to this conversation. This guy's not really talking about anything. And that's the whole fucking point. It doesn't matter what you're saying. It doesn't even matter how you're saying what you're saying. It's how you're making the girl feel with your presence. And this is very difficult to teach over camera. It's really something that you have to learn by working with me in person. Like if you really want to soak up, because like right now, for me, I embody seduction. Like I'm not just doing seduction. I am seduction. I become seduction. I become the personification of seduction. I'm the paragon of seduction. By spending time with me, even if you spend 1 day with me, your life would be changed. If you spend 3 fucking days with me, fuck me, man, your life will go from 0 to fucking hero. 3 days with me and all of the aftercare, the 4 weeks of calls, of meeting up with you in different cities after the boot camp. The way that I run my business is different to everyone else. I'm in a market of my own because I fucking give a shit about you. Because when I work with you, you become my fucking friend. And for my friends, I will go above and beyond to help you get to where you want to be. Because why? Because I fucking care about my people. I care about my people. So yeah, to really soak up my wisdom, like work with me in person. If you don't have the capacity to work with me in person and watch my videos, they'll give you like 20-30% of the value. But if you work with me in person, it's obviously going to be a different fucking story. Many girls get scared when you approach them. No, they don't. No, they don't. If girls are getting scared when you approach them, then you need to look at your approach. Like, how are you approaching these girls? Are you coming across as very aggressive? You're probably coming across as very uncalibrated. You're probably not naming the elephant in the room. You're probably not saying to these girls, listen, I appreciate this is socially unorthodox. You're not putting the girls at ease. Of course they're going to get scared if you're not even acknowledging the fact that this is out of the blue. No girls get scared when I approach them. They might be taken aback because they're not used to it, but getting scared? No, that shouldn't happen. You should get yourself someone to work with, because if girls are getting scared when you approach them, that shit needs sorting. And you shouldn't be approaching girls if you're scaring them. That's what I think. all the guys who I work with understand this. There's a difference between like scaring a girl and a girl being a little bit taken aback, and then you calibrate after the fact. If you approach a girl and she looks a little bit shocked, you can say to her, listen, I can see that you're a little bit shocked by this, but don't worry, like, it's fine. Like, I'm not really a fan of online dating. I think face-to-face communication is far more fun. Okay? They start looking at their cell phones. Well, if they start looking at their cell phones, that's not them being scared. That's them being disinterested. There's a difference there, okay? Just because you approach a girl and they start backing off. Yeah, of course they're going to start backing off because, like, it's all about how you approach in that early stage, okay? If they're looking at their cell phones or mobile phones, it's because they're disinterested or because they're not quite sure about what's happening. It's up to you to lead the dance of desire as a man. So if you approach a girl and she starts looking at her phone, you're like, whoa, don't start looking at your phone. Like, over here is where the entertainment is. Over here is where the good stuff is. Over here is where the seduction is. You don't need to look at your phone anymore. You've got me. This is what I'm talking about. A lot of guys don't understand this. A lot of guys just think it's like, right, approach girl. If this happens, I'm fucked. If this happens, I'm screwed. You have to be able to calibrate after the fact and use the reaction in your conversation and be able to run with it. This is social spontaneity. This is seductive spontaneity. It's how you can take what's happened and use it to your advantage. Naming the elephant in the room, okay? A lot of guys struggle with it. A lot of guys, it doesn't come natural to them. It didn't come natural to me at first. I've been a magician for the past 10 years. You get more equipped with it. Like, I can hold my own in any social situation now. It's not happened by luck, it's happened by design. It's by putting myself in more social situations. If you're drinking, if you're having a drink, let me know what you're drinking as well. Fucking hell, my legs are getting cramped. But yeah, so taking your conversation from social to seductive. So we know we have to act on immediacy. The first 7 seconds are key. We see a girl, we go over. Daniel, how are you, man? How are you? I'm very excited to be working with you. He just commented being like, yo, it's Daniel, Scottish guy. I know who the fuck you are. I know who you are, man. Me and Daniel are going to be working together at the end of May. We're going to be doing a Scottish boot camp, which I'm fucking excited about, man. Like, if you follow me, if you follow my content for a long time, you'll know that I had an amazing time in Edinburgh. If you're a guy in the UK right now and you want to get involved in a Scottish boot camp, like, Scotland is the place to fucking be. Like, the level of receptivity for girls in Scotland is beyond anything that I've experienced. It's such a novelty in Scotland to be called approaching girls. They're so receptive. It's so easy to get dates. It's so easy to make things happen with girls. If you're a guy who's got his shit together, who dresses well, who's got a great personality, who is sexually provocative, who is skent as fuck, then you will do very well for yourself in Scotland. And, like, anywhere in the north for that matter. Like, the north is just such a novelty. Like, there's the novelty of the north is, like, crazy. Like, if you're a guy who gets, I would say, if your skills are like, even if your skills are like 6 out of 10, you'll do very well for yourself. If your skills are like 8, 9, 10 out of 10, then, mate, you'll do fucking great things for yourself. So yeah, man, I'm excited for the Scotland boot camps. I'm very, very excited. Oh, that's something that I should say as well. You're going to be loving You're going to be grabbing life by the bagpipes. I like that quote. Milk the udder of life. Grab life by the bagpipes. Okay, something that I will say on this live stream as a Casanovian exclusive. So obviously I live in Leeds at the moment. My contract on this place expires in July, okay? From July onwards, I'm going to be doing my UK boot camps in July. In August, okay, in the month of August, I'm going to be moving to a European country, another place in Europe. No one else knows about this. Everyone who's watching this live stream will know about this exclusively. I'm most likely going to be moving over to Poland for the month of August, which is very fucking exciting because it means that I can run boot camps in Poland for a very affordable price. So if you're watching this live stream at the moment and you want to get in early, in August, I'm going to be living in Poland, whether it's in Krakow, in maybe in Warsaw, wherever I decide. I'm going to be running boot camps in Poland for a very affordable fee of £995 Great British Pounds. Yes, £995 Great British Pounds. And the beauty of this, the absolute beauty of this, is if you want to work with me in Poland, you can also stay with me for free. All you need to do is sort your flights and pay for the boot camp fee. No one else in this industry gives this residential package. So I'm putting it out on this live stream now. So if you're interested in doing a European boot camp, if you're interested in working with me overseas, let's face it, the reason people go abroad is to meet girls. So instead of chucking your money at something that could get you girls, you might as well invest in something that will. So you spend a weekend with me in Poland in August. You stay with me, so you get 72 hours of non-stop fucking value. We do 2 night game sessions together in Poland, whether that's in Krakow, in Warsaw, in wherever the fuck else I decide to stay. So let the record show, in August, I will be living in Poland. I'm going to be leaving Leeds and I'm going to be living in Poland for a month, okay? So if you want to work with me in Poland, one of the best cities I've been to on my travels, I went there in like 2019 before the whole fucking COVID thing kicked off. The level of English is fantastic. Girls are so receptive. Like, there's just a level of friendliness there. The food's fantastic. If Rush doesn't attack there also, well, you know what, man, you've got to live your life on the edge, haven't you? You know. But yeah, August is like quite a long time away, so we don't know what's going to happen with the world and stuff. But listen, if you're keen to work with me and you're living in the UK, how long are you staying in Poland for? I'm going to be there for the month. So from the 1st of August till the end of August, essentially. So I'm going to be in Poland for the entire month of August. So I'm going to be offering weekend boot camps. I'm also going to be offering Poland residentials, which is very exciting. So essentially, you can get 2 boot camps for a very affordable price. All the information will be on my website closer to the time. But I want to be the guy in this day game industry. I very much see myself as the person who owns this industry, who dominates this niche, who is the person to inspire guys to live a life free from bullshit. Like, when you work with me, it's not about learning a few lines, learning a few techniques. It's about revolutionizing your reality on a real-time basis. Like, I thought I knew a lot of stuff about life, but since getting involved in day game for the past 2 years, like, my life has changed exponentially, meteorically, and now I can die a happy guy knowing that I've got all that shit out of my system, and now my life is dedicated to helping you live the sort of life that you want to live. So, like, you know what sort of life that you want to live. You know the sort of girls you want to be dating. You know the sort of experiences you want to be having. And if you want to have those things, if you want to have that core confidence to go into the world and be able to live as you please and not be shackled by society, then I'm the person to work with. Yeah, I'm unconventional. Yeah, I'm unorthodox. Yeah, I might be provocative, whatever, but I will get you results because I will help you change your life in ways that you never imagined. So listen, I'll be in Poland for August. I'm very excited, and I think potentially I'm going to be living in Brazil for November. Might go to like Thailand in December. I don't know. Like, my life is free at the moment. I'm free from bullshit. I love my life. I love what I do. I do what I love. I help guys change their lives, and all the guys who work with me become my fucking friends. And like, whenever you need anything, I'm here for you. Like, no one else runs the sort of thing that I run. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a different type of deal over this side. So yeah, I'm excited. Every guy we include in my life, it's just fun, you know what I'm saying? So this is where the fucking party's at, gentlemen. So cheers to that. Anyway, back to creating sexual tension with the girl you just met. So we know that we need to act on immediacy. The first 7 seconds, we need to speak slowly. We also want to use things like innuendos, okay? So innuendos are things that have multiple interpretations, okay? So, like, obviously the most obvious is like the word like wet, or things which are like, you know, oh, soaking. So like, if the weather's bad, like, oh my god, I got so wet today, like, I'm not sure about you. You look quite wet right now, right? Making the eye contact, the delivery's on point, you look really wet, like, you're alright. Okay, I got that effect on girls sometimes. And she's like, wait, what? And you're like, what? Oh, didn't hear what you say. So do you like fruit pastels and stuff? And I put my hands in my pockets as I'm saying this, being like, almost like being like a child, being like, it's almost like playground banter. Like, if you watch, like, if you observe like school children, like, I'm not saying like in a fucking weird way, but if you like observe how school children like flirt with each other, you can learn a lot about seduction, like how they interact, like sort of like the playground flirtation. Like, they're almost like bantering with each other, they're almost like taking the piss out of each other, but it's done in a way which is very provocatively flirty. Okay, so the eye contact is everything. Even if the girl's like, you're like, yo, what are you up to today? And she's like, I'm going shopping. And you're like, shopping? I feel like you've got so many clothes. Like, don't tell me you need to go shopping for more clothes. She's like, oh no, I need to go shopping. Like, a girl can never have too many clothes. And you're like, All right, so it's just all in the way that you're receiving the information, okay? The way that you're responding to the information. This is how you create that sexual tension. It's not even in what you're saying, it's how you're responding to her responses. It's just literally just like almost making her feel silly for what she just said, if that makes sense. Like making her feel silly for what she just said. All right, so if a girl say, you're like, what did you get up to today? And she's like, oh, I met some friends, I went out for a few cocktails, and I came to meet you. And then you're like, that's it. Great. All right, so it's like you're not really doing too much. And this is why creating sexual tension is easier than a lot of guys think. But you almost have to override your mind's desire to want to say more, to fill in the blanks. You actually have to be comfortable in the chaos, comfortable in the silences, be able to just be like, like this is literally one of the best things that you can do. You'll see it in a lot of my infields. Like, I went from being very like social to very sexual to very seductive. A lot of guys like in the early days of my videos, they're like, this guy's not seductive enough. This guy's not sexual enough on his approaches. And it was very helpful feedback because I felt the same as well. Like during my early days, I started on the 4th of July 2020. I started my day game journey on the 4th of July 2020, which was like American Independence Day. And I want you to get motivated by this because I managed to change my life in it didn't take me that long to do it. Yeah, I had 10 years of magic behind me, which is why guys choose to work with me because I've been mastering social dynamics for a long time. But I mastered seductive dynamics in a much shorter time period by actually what changed for me was actually being able to watch myself back or at least listen to myself back. And when you work with me, I use Boya microphones, so I actually listen into your conversations and give you real-time feedback. That feedback is crucial because it actually allows me to give you feedback in real time. Without that reference point, it's very difficult to make progress. When I started putting videos out there into the world, because like people don't get this, day game on its own is one of the most difficult things that you'll ever do as a guy, okay? Day game on its own is one of the most difficult things you'll ever do as a guy. But doing day game and documenting it on YouTube is a completely different ballpark. Because when you day game, you put yourself in front of women, they tell you what you think. When you day game plus put it on YouTube, you're not only putting yourself in front of women who tell you what they think, you're also putting yourself in front of a global audience like you who's watching this. I don't know where in the world you're watching this live stream from, but you've got an opinion of me. You know how you feel about me. You know if you love me or hate me or you feel neutral about me. So doing day game and also documenting it as you go along your process is one of the most liberating things possible. Because I put myself, I'm going to quote my friend Nicholas in Costa Rica here, I've put myself through the social fire by not only learning the skill set of day game from ground zero, but also documenting that on an international platform where everyone can judge me. The YouTube comment section is fucking volatile. People can say whatever the fuck they want, and I take that, and I understand that, and it's part of the fucking game that we play. But if you day game and you make day game YouTube videos, then you can handle the big shitstorm, man. You develop a bulletproof bravado where you're like, you know what? No matter what, I can fucking deal with it. And that's powerful right there. So, even that in itself is a way of helping to create sexual tension with the girl you just met. Because a girl will pick up on your masculine energy. She will pick up on how well you can handle threats or difficulty as a guy. How well can this guy handle himself? This is why I chose to learn how to box, to do fucking body sparring, to get my face fucking hit by some fucking guy. Because it grounds you as an individual. Because you're like, you know what, no matter what, I can handle it. I remember, I think it was like the second boxing class that I did, I got absolutely fucking like pummeled in the chest. I thought I was gonna have a fucking heart attack. I was like, fuck me, that hurt. But, you get used to it and you're like, you know what, I've been through the fire and now I've come back reincarnated like the phoenix from the fucking ashes. So yeah, creating sexual tension with a girl who you just met, it's all really about the non-verbal side of things. It's how you make her feel, not with the way that you say your words, not with the words that you say, but it's your presence. It's that male-female dynamic, that polarity. And I know this sounds difficult. This sounds abstract, but like if you watch like films, like watch like The Godfather, watch Scarface, watch Peaky Blinders with Tommy Shelby. I've made a video about Tommy Shelby which breaks down in fucking detail about how you can embody these masculine traits, become more seductive to women. It's all there for you for free for fucking ever. So you can watch all these videos. Frame control is a key when it comes to establishing sexual tension, okay? Because okay, let's get a little bit more real. How do you develop amazing frame control? Once you have sex with a girl, that's a way of developing, of elevating your frame control. If you give a girl, okay, this is going to be twofold. If you give a girl the best sexual experience of her life, she's going to be more invested into you because you give her something that she's not felt before. If you give a girl the first orgasm of her life, if you give a girl just like an amazing feeling where she feels beautiful, desired, sexy, even if you didn't make her orgasm, it doesn't fucking matter. If you make her feel incredible with your presence in the bedroom, then she's going to be more invested into you as a man, okay? Now, I think a lot of guys will trip up because a lot of guys will be like, like the whole like, she comes first, like I need to make this girl orgasm, I need to make this girl like me through sex, okay? I understand that. I went through that phase myself where you're like, oh my god, like sex is this thing where, that's why guys get like fucking performance anxiety. Yeah, we're gonna be real in this, we're gonna be fucking real in this live stream. That's why guy gets fucking performance anxiety or fucking like weird fucking feelings about going to bed with a girl because like they feel like, oh, I'm going to lose value if I don't satisfy this woman, right? And that's what leads to your anxiety. But you have to reject the need for guarantee, okay? You have to reject that need for the girl. Stop trying to be liked. Stop wanting to be wanted. Stop desiring to be desired. And start to please yourself through the woman's body. And this might seem like controversial. A lot of people might not like this, but like the best... I remember reading this in I don't know if you're familiar with like Perion, The Alabaster Girl. I don't know if you've read that book. It's a really good book. I recommend that any guy reads that actually. Perion, The Alabaster Girl. And he says in that book, the best lovers please themselves through the woman's body. And it took me a little while to grasp this. And then I was in bed with a girl one day and I kind of said to myself, right, Christian, I'm just going to like, again, it's not like the most conventional type of thing, but I'm just going to do as I want with this woman. I'm really just going to... I'm going to use her for my own sexual gratification, okay? So I'm going to put that out there to the world. And the response was electric. Like, she was like, I've never... I don't want to use that word. I've never felt like that with someone else before. And then I was like, wow, that's actually electric. Like, to give a girl a sexual experience that she's not had before, for her to feel like you've took her mind and body to places that she's never been before. There's sexual tension, and then there's like sexual superiority, where it's like you give this girl an experience where it's like she's like revitalized, you know? But yeah, that was a big turning point in my life where I was like, wow, girls actually really want you to just like do them as you please. And I think that's been diluted for men these days. I think it's like, sorry, my pronunciation sometimes goes a little bit south. I think it's been a little bit diluted from men these days, like in the whole like PC culture that we live in. I need to be careful what I say before I get cancelled. But like a lot of guys feel reluctant to express their masculinity because they're scared almost to offend. And I understand this, but like when you understand that there's levels to society, right? You've got women who will like say that they want this certain thing, but underneath they just want a man who is a man. Yeah, they want a man who is not afraid to be the Renaissance warrior or Renaissance warrior, however you want to pronounce it. And the way that I live my life right now is as a sexual object rather than a social object. The way that I live my life right now is I make eye contact with every girl who I find attractive, whether it's just going through the shopping centre, whether it's in Cafe Nero, whether it's wherever it is, I'm making that eye contact with girls. I'm leaving them better than I found them. I'm dressing with them with my eyes. Like the eyes have got your eyes have got their own language, and it's really fun to do as well. Do you know what I mean? If you're like in a coffee shop, you're in a cafe, you're in a bar, just making eye contact for longer than you feel comfortable. Like imagine all the things that you want to do to that girl, and this is what I really want to capture in the content that I put out there. Like it's healthy. Why were you born in the first place? You were born from sex, right? You were born because your parents or people decided to exchange favors, and they created you. So you don't need to be ashamed for having those sexual urges, those sexual desires, those sexual impulses. You need to own that and harness that as a man. It's not about being uncontrollable with it so you come across as a fucking serial killer. It's about owning that in a healthy way so you can present yourself as a masculine being who loves women. And that's what I'm trying to create over this side. It's you are a masculine being who loves women. Like say that to yourself when you wake up in the morning. Like when you wake up in the morning, take a breath, feel grateful to be alive, and just say like, you know what? I'm alive today. The world is mine. And I'm a masculine being who loves women. And I'm going to run with that shit because why the fuck not? Because this is my life and I'm going to live it as I please, alright? So, you create sexual tension with women by being a masculine fucking man. Do you know what I mean? You create sexual tension with a being by being a masculine man, by not being afraid of your masculinity, but owning that, by going over to women. This is not something you do, this is something you are. Okay, I really want you to understand that. Maybe one day in your life, maybe like 2 years from now, maybe a year from now, maybe 6 months from now, maybe a week from now, you'll understand that concept of where seduction is not something you do, it's something you are. This is a way of being. This is a way of living your life on your terms. And people will come across my content and they'll be like, oh, this is just another day game guy. I've seen it all before. You've not seen it before because you've not seen someone who lives and breathes this stuff the way that I live it. I don't see this as day game. This goes deeper than day game. I don't see myself as a pickup artist. I see myself as a Renaissance warrior, freedom from bullshit practitioner. Cold approaching women is simply an extension of a freedom from bullshit personality. This is why I can help guys in rapid time because I'm not heavily invested in just doing day game. I'm heavily invested in doing life, in living life, in leveling up my life. If you want to get girls, then start to get life. Because once you get life, you can get as many girls as you fucking want. It's not about trying to get more girls. It's trying to get more life experience. The more life experience you've got, the more arousing you're going to be, the more sexual tension, the more sexual chemistry you're going to create. Like I've been to all sorts of areas in this world, whether it's Morocco, whether it's America, whether it's Thailand, whether it's Cambodia, Berlin, Krakow. Like I've been to places that have changed my perception. I've met people in this world who have changed my reality, the way that I see the world. Now, when you work with me, you get all of this experience. You know, even if it's just watching one of my videos, you'll get a lot of value from that. And I really hope as well, man, that the value and the videos that I put out, I really hope that they make a difference to your life. Because, you know, all the videos that I put out, I may come across as like a little bit provocative, a little bit like nonchalant, a little bit blasé, but no, I fucking care about this shit. And that's why that's the reason. Like, if you look at if you go onto my YouTube channel and you look at like videos and go from like oldest to newest, like I've been putting content out on a consistent basis since like October 2020 when I made my first infield video. And also, man, like if you want specific videos, then just comment on this video. Just be like, Christian, we'd really like to see you do a video on this topic. Then I'm here for you. You know, this is your channel as much as it is mine. And like, I've always got time for the true Casanovians, the people who like these videos, the people who comment on the videos, the people who fucking share these videos, all the day game friends. I've always got time for you, man. If you want a specific video and you want it for free, I'll make it for you. You know, I'll make it for you because I care about you and I want to help you. Whether you're living in Austria, whether you're living in Lisbon, whether you're living in Thailand, like I want to make these videos because I want to help you as a person. So if you've got any topics that you want to hear covered, whether it's on a live stream or you're like, I'd like a video about that, just let me know. I'm going to get into the comments because I like to hoover them up. Right, from the top, let's go! And wake the fucking neighbours up. Right, from the top. Hi, Christian. Hi. Exactly what I wanted to hear talk about. Great. How not to run out of things to say? How not to run out of things to say? You will run out of things to say. It's fine. If you run out of things to say, own it. Tell the girl, you know what? You've distracted me. Like, I've run out of things to say. My mind's gone blank. You're gonna have to help me out. Otherwise, it's gonna get really awkward, and we're gonna have to start talking about our jobs and stuff. If you run out of things to say, just use it as your conversation material. You will never struggle in conversation if you can just own the reason why you've run out of things to say. If you run out of things to say, tell the girl, you know what? I've run out of things to say. You distracted me. You're too attractive. You're gonna have to help me out. Okay? So don't worry about that shit, man. Can you help on follow-up questions too? I feel like I'm bad in this section. Like follow-up questions, just use solid open questions, okay? So I've just made a video this evening about like a no bullshit guide to approaching a girl sober during the day. So watch that video when I upload it. Let me know when you want me to upload it actually. I might upload it tomorrow, maybe, I'm not sure, whenever I decide to edit it. But in terms of like follow-up questions, so like how to like transition from the conversation, from the open into your conversation, just open questions like, oh, why are you so friendly? What are you doing in this city? What do you like most about insert city? What's your secret? What do you mean what's my secret? Like, why are you so elegant? Why are you so fun? Why are you so friendly? Why are you so blah blah blah? That's how you transition from the compliment into the conversation, by using solid open questions that require more than a yes or no answer. Why are you so friendly? What do you like most about ... What do you think about? What do you think about Brexit? What do you think about COVID? What do you think? How did you manage life after lockdown? How did you manage life during lockdown? Like, tell me more about you as a person. Like, what are you into? What do you do for fun? What do you do with your friends at the weekend that you don't want your parents to know about? All right, like provocative open questions. Okay, so. And again, if you run out of things to say, fine, just tell her that. I've run out of things to say. My seduction is all about breaking the fourth wall, telling girls what most guys don't want to tell them. I've run out of things to say. Guess what? That's fine. It's fucking fine. Abe, good evening, bro. Good evening, man. If you're still here, I appreciate you. Rodrigo, yes, Buenos Aires. I'm good at getting info out of her, but at a point I basically reflect what she says and respond with, yes, exactly, that's what's going on. It makes me upset. I kind of hit a dead-end road here. I would like to know a follow-up question from you. Like, yeah, open questions, man. Just ask her more open questions. Like I said, just rewind this, get those open questions from me. So number one, slow the fuck down with your speed, the confident you will appear. Yep, the first impression after all. Yep, free your mind, free your feelings. Exactly, eyes on it. Yep, make the eye contact. If you want to make sexual tension with a girl, make those fucking eyes. Get those eye contact. You've got the most remarkable outfit I've seen today. You caught my eyes. There is something about you. Good. Like, if you're getting that on point, if your delivery's on point, you can say what the fuck you want to say. State your desire. I couldn't agree more. 100%. Declare your desire in a non-needy way. Watch all my videos to see how I do that. Outfit, style, 100%. Make sure the way you dress is the way you want to be reflected in the world. It's all about the mindset. Yes, it is. Do as a trick. Bro, you're really passionate about this shit. Good for you. More power to willpower. 100%. I'm passionate about this shit. I live and breathe this stuff, man. Like, if I'm not passionate about it, then I shouldn't be doing it. But sweet Jesus, you moved my bed. Hi, can I? Yes, you can. Sup, mate. You're going to be grabbing. Legit. No one approaches in Scotland. Been here for 25 years. Much better reception in London. Yep, Scotland is a place to be, man. If you're in Scotland, you want to work with me, just get in contact with me. Fight for Ukraine, okay? Great, we've got political. How long are you staying in Poland for? A month in August? Christian, what you prefer, more direct or indirect approach? Direct, mate. Because indirect, it's easy to build sexual tension. Not really, but chances of hooking up is more indirect. Not really. It's all about how you're saying it. It's all about how you're coming across. Always providing massive value. Always. Drop the video tomorrow. Yeah, I will, man. I'll drop that fucking video tomorrow. So I got through those questions in lightning speed. When it comes to direct or indirect, it's all about your energy. It's all about how you're going in there. It's all about how you're presenting yourself as a guy. It really doesn't matter what you're saying. It really doesn't matter how you're saying it. It's about your presence as an individual. That's what's really going to make the difference. So listen, I'm going to end the live stream here. I hope you've got a lot of fucking value from it. If you have got a lot of fucking value from it, then definitely drop the video a big fat fucking like. Leave a comment in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you. Gonna go edit the video, drop the video. Should should approach in college do it different from day game? I think if you're in college, man, like university, college, I think it's just about being as social as possible. Just try and like get a reputation as being that social guy who strikes up conversation with anybody. Just try and open everybody. Make sure your opens are quite situational. If you see a girl eating like a fruit fucking pastel, just be like, "Oh, what's your favorite color fruit pastel?" Like, or like, "How good does that taste?" Like, whatever. Like, just try and make it situational. Try and make it spontaneous. Try and make it as specific to that girl as possible. Then likes and subscribe. I appreciate you, man. But yeah, if you're approaching girls in college and if you're like between the age of like 18 and 24, you're in college, then just try and strike up conversation with as many people as possible. Just try and be that social guy. Just try and get the reputation of being the guy who goes over and talks to people. Integrate in as many social environments as possible. If you're in college or if you're at university in the UK, try and join as many societies as possible. Be the social orchestrator, introduce people to people, and you'll do well for yourself. If you're in college or if you're in university, just treat that as the best social opportunity of your life. It's much more difficult after you come out of that social arena to start like a social orchestrating process. It's not impossible, of course it isn't. I've done it for myself, like when I've left the university. But look, if you're in university right now, then just try your best to be as social as possible. Open everybody, talk to everybody, go to as many societies, go to as many like fucking night events, as many like events as possible. Get your name out there. Treat your life as like your personal brand. The sexual marketplace is competitive, but you can, strongly influence your impact on the sexual marketplace by just speaking to more people. It's not about being the most attractive, it's about being the most social. Being the more social will create more investment for you as an individual. So listen, go forth, live as you please. Treat the world like your playground. Don't die with your music still inside of you. Watch this video back a few times to probably soak up the value. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, get excited for future videos. I'm gonna how to handle that I have a boyfriend objection. And if a girl says I've got a boyfriend, you can say so many things like, okay, I'm not trying to be your boyfriend. It's okay. We don't need to invite him to our first date. It's alright. I didn't ask you about your boyfriend. Like, why you give me all this information? I only approached you to tell you were nice. I didn't think you were gonna like offload all of your problems to me. Like, why you give me all these like issues? Like, I thought it was just gonna be like a one-time thing. Like, I was only coming over here for a spontaneous romance. Now you're talking about boyfriends. Be playful with it. Talk about like how you're not trying to be her boyfriend. Just literally be like that. Like, literally, I'm not trying to be your boyfriend. All right. Like, we don't have to invite him to our first date. Like, you'll always get the boyfriend objection. And if you're like, as long as you're non-needy with it, it's like, listen, okay, I appreciate you got a boyfriend, but you've got to take your opportunity in life. Drop me a message, I'll send you one number, and you can do it. I'll drop you one message, and you can do whatever you want with that message. Like, it's up to you. Like, she really can't say no to that. You're giving her an invitation. You're giving her a fucking, like, what's the word? Like, you're not giving her an ultimatum. It's a case of like, all right, I appreciate you got a boyfriend, but listen, I appreciate the world is a strange place, and it's always good to keep your options open. So drop me a number, I'll send you one message, and you can do whatever you want with that message. Also asking her, how serious is it? That's a great question. That's a great question. Like, oh, I've got a boyfriend. All right, well, how serious is it? Oh, well, we just started seeing each other. Great. So it's not your boyfriend, it's just a guy you're fucking seeing. Great, fantastic. Drop me a number, I'll send you one message, and you can do whatever you want with that message. It's fine. Hopefully that helps. That's a lot of fucking value right there. You better like this fucking video because I appreciate the fact that you like this video because you appreciate the fucking value that I'm delivering to you for free for you fucking of it ever. Alright, nice one. Alright, listen, I'm gonna leave. Stay sexy, live legendary. Ta-da.